Hello, Julien. We are at the Telematics Motor Insurance Conference. There was a lot of talk about changes in mobility. So less car ownership, possibly through autonomous driving, less damages, the emergence of insurtechs on the distribution end. What is your view on how insurers should adapt for the future?
Well, I think we just need to recognize that the need of customers are changing, their behavior are changing. The motor insurance business will still remain important for several years, of course, but we have to adapt progressively and to see how we should adapt our product and our offers to those new needs. We have started with car sharing, with BlaBlaCar relationship we have. We have also made a good partnership with Uber in Europe and in other continents. And for us, autonomous vehicles could be one of the next new usage of mobility. So it's something we need to test. And we think that we need to develop new products on one hand and look at the overall scheme, evolution of regulation and ecosystem at the same time. So we try to work on both sides to define the future.
You mentioned autonomous driving. That obviously poses a very interesting conundrum for insurers, namely risks and liabilities in case of an accident. Can you give us just an overview of where we stand on this currently?
Yeah, this is a huge discussion in Europe, in US, and also now a bit in Asia. We think that first it needs to be defined collectively in the industry, not only insurers and reinsurers, but also car manufacturers, suppliers of car manufacturers, and other stakeholders like mobility providers, infrastructures, and public authorities. So in UE there has been a lot of discussions over the last couple of years. What we see that for the testing phase, people who have license to put cars on the road and do some tests should be protected and should be insured for that. This is for the next, let's say, couple of years. Now for the target model, we think that when the driver is not a human but the car itself, of course liability should change. So we are currently discussing the model, but we think that this change should happen, and it also means that we need to have the data to know who is driving in case of accident. Is it you or is it your car because you switched to an autonomous mode?
Talking about data. That's, I think, the big discussion that is currently ongoing is obviously all use cases for telematics. The access to data is underlying all these use cases. As it stands, OEMs and car manufacturers are the quasi-gatekeepers. What should be the solution here? Is it a system like Nevada, Share and Secure? Should it be an interoperable open system? Do we need an independent intermediary in between?
I think we need to be quite realistic on this. We cannot ask car manufacturers to build, full infrastructures, give the data for free, and just stay like this. So what is clear is that we will need this data to define the right product to insure those vehicles, and the insurance products are needed for these vehicles to be on the road. So we need to find a solution. I cannot give you the final answer and what will be decided, but there is an ongoing work we have with car manufacturers about extending vehicles, what it means to share data, which frequency, with which modality. So it's something we are working on with Insurance Federation, notably in Europe, and hopefully in the coming years with real tests we'll be able to define the target picture.
Julien, thank you very much for your insights, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much.